So if you haven't heard about it by now, you definitely will very soon. There's a huge scandal going on with the coupon saving app Honey. Now, we were all fortunate enough that MegaLag did all the work, did all the investigating, compiled it all, and gave it to us in a brief 23 minutes and 10 seconds for the first part. Just kind of want to watch it with all of you, give my own feedback. All the props go to MegaLag for everything he's doing, everything he's creating out of here. I think it's amazing. But let's get into it. It's pretty insane.
You've probably heard about Honey. You know, the browser extension that saves you money.
Do you have Honey installed?
What's Honey?
Oh, no.
Honey.
Honey is a free browser extension.
Free browser extension.
Free browser extension.
Free browser extension.
That automatically...
Like, look at the who's who of people who are promoting Honey. This is everyone. The amount of money they must have paid to have these people pushing their product kind of makes up for why they needed to scam them after.
applies coupon codes when you check out online.
Free money, basically.
It's literally free money.
It doesn't make sense to not be using this.
So what's the catch?
There is no catch.
Join Honey, join Honey, join Honey.
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 Honey. Honey. Honey.
Honey.
Honey.
Honey. Honey.
Join Honey. Yeah, I hate to break it to you, but your favorite influencers sold you a lie. Honey is a scam, and the majority of claims promoted by those influencers aren't even remotely true. But it gets worse. Honey hasn't just been scamming you, the consumer, they've also been stealing money from influencers.
But the question is, do the people pushing Honey know? Obviously not, because they themselves are getting scammed. We'll find out why right here.
Including the very ones they paid to promote their product. And I'm not
Oh, to put Linus up there as somebody who's scamming, it's questionable.
just talking about a few bucks here. I believe the scam has likely cost content creators millions of dollars. Sound crazy? Well, I didn't believe it at first either, until I experienced it myself firsthand. In fact, I'm confident this might just be the biggest influencer scam of all time.
Look, they got everyone here, man. The lines connect to everybody. Who is Pepe Sylvia? You know what I mean?
Which is insane, considering Honey is owned and run by PayPal, who purchased this company for $4 billion.
Which was created by Elon Musk. I'm sure that has nothing to do with it, but I'm just saying.
This three-part series is the result of a multi-year investigation where I believe I've uncovered signs of advertising fraud, affiliate fraud, the illegal collection of personal data, deception, lies, coercion, extortion, the list goes on. I've reviewed hundreds of documents, adverts, sponsorships. I've reviewed emails between Honey and merchants, interviewed victims. Believe me, this runs deep. Now, I want to be clear, the views, allegations, and conclusions expressed in this series are my opinions, based on evidence I have gathered, which will be shared throughout. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Honey Trap.
I just like to say, like, hats off to MegaLag for doing this. I'm sure he was doing other things throughout the time, but just the fact that he dedicated so much effort into getting to the bottom of this and uncovering it, and he really is the first person and only person really that's exposed it, is so impressive. Do support him at Patreon. This is all his work.
Now I know what you're thinking. It's a free browser extension. How bad could it be? Well, trust me, it's far more sinister than you might think. You know what they say, if a product's free, it's likely you're the product. And as you'll find out later in this investigation, that remains true for PayPal Honey. Now, like most people, I too fell for the lies. I mean, what's not to love about a free browser extension that saves you money? It's a compelling product, and with the endorsement from what feels like every single popular influencer on YouTube, it's no wonder millions of people downloaded it. Ironically, the very influencers promoting Honey seemingly had no idea the company was quietly picking money out of their very own pockets.
It is really impressive how many people actually got behind it and nobody noticed what was going on for this long. Like, it never occurred to anybody, nobody figured it out, nobody saw what was happening until he's finally exposing it. It kind of makes you wonder who was really paying attention, or were they just taking the money and not caring about the rest?
Well, at least one of them realized, but we'll get to that later. So let me show you how Honey's been stealing money from influencers. So let's say you're watching a video on YouTube. If you're into tech like me, maybe you're watching a Linus Tech Tips video. Linus tells you about this free browser extension that saves you money online. You install it in 2 clicks and boom, you have honey. Perfect timing, because it just so happens you're looking to buy a new CPU for your computer. You come across another Linus Tech Tips video, and after watching, you're convinced you should buy the one recommended in his video. So you scroll down and find Linus's affiliate link to that product. Now, for those of you who don't know, when you click an affiliate link and buy something, the influencer who promoted the product earns a commission for referring you to.
I wonder how many people actually use affiliate links. I personally don't really use a lot of them. Not anything against them, but when I look up products, I kind of just do my own research. It's rare that I kind of link from an influencer or somebody pushing a product to actually create an affiliate link. But I wonder how often they really get used. I think that's something that might be important to know.
To that store. So you add the product to your cart, get to the checkout page, and hello, Honey says they found you 10 coupon codes. Sweet. You click apply discounts and Honey gets to work. But unfortunately, none of the coupon codes worked. Doesn't matter though, because as Honey has promised us for years, that means we know we've got the best deal. So you complete your purchase, you're happy, your new CPU's on the way, Linus is happy, he's getting his commission, everyone's happy, right? Well, let's quickly rewind and see what was happening behind the scenes.
Like, who would ever notice what they see like this? This is crazy that somebody picked up on it.
You see, after clicking Linus's affiliate link, you'll notice in the URL there's a tracking tag labeled short circuit. That's a reference to one of Linus's YouTube channels. And this tracking tag is how Newegg knows who to pay a commission to. We can also see that this tracking tag has been saved on my browser in the form of a cookie that will expire in 30 days. That way, if we only decide to complete the purchase a few days later, Linus will still be credited the sale. It's kind of like when you're at a department store buying a TV, and the salesman who helped you gives you a referral card or a receipt with their name on it, so when you eventually get to the checkout counter, the clerk knows which salesman to award the sale to. You can think of affiliate cookies as a digital version of that. So what happened when we got to the checkout page? Well, once Honey popped up, watch what happened to Linus's affiliate cookie after we clicked apply discounts. You see that? Honey came in, removed Linus's affiliate cookie, and replaced it with their own, claiming...
That is crazy. The fact that their software can do that on the back end to just remove it and replace it with their own is absurd. The fact that somebody actually did this, knowingly created the code to do this, is insane. Like, you had to have thought eventually you were going to get caught. The fact that it took so long for people to realize it until now is mind-boggling. Because there are people out there who are very meticulous about this kind of stuff and do like to watch all those little cookies, little pops, everything like that. There are people out there, and the fact that nobody really got to it until now is pretty impressive. It shows how deep this really ran.
Credit for the sale and pocketing the commission money for themselves. Yeah. Now, if we quickly go back again, we can see what's causing this to happen. After clicking apply discounts, what you'll notice is that in the top left corner of your browser, Honey discreetly opens a small new tab, which acts like a simulated referral click, as if they were the ones to refer you to the website, even though you're already on the website and at the checkout page. Once that page is finished loading and has stuffed PayPal's affiliate cookie, the tab automatically closes, leaving you blissfully unaware that anything ever happened. It's very sneaky. Now, when I first discovered this was happening, I thought, there's no way. Why would all these high-profile influencers be promoting a company that is actively poaching their affiliate commissions? It didn't make any sense. So to make sure I wasn't going crazy, I went on a Honey testing spree, clicking one affiliate link after another, and it kept happening. But even after all those tests, I scoured the internet to see if anyone was talking about this and found nothing. Okay, there was this one debate about it on the Y Combinator forum, but nothing concrete. Besides that, virtually nobody was talking about this, adding fuel to my doubt. So I figured, screw it. I'll reach out to Honey and ask them directly. And sure enough, they came back to me with the following. If Honey is activated and is the last program used while shopping on a site, it is likely Honey will receive credit for the purchase. I was right, and just like that.
And the fact that they're so open about it, they're like, yeah, man, if you use us, we get credit for the purchase. Used our coupons, so why wouldn't we get the credit? And I could kind of see their reasoning. You know, We're saving you money. We did all the work. Why shouldn't we get the benefit? How else is Honey supposed to actually run if they're not getting the referral money for the sale? Think about it. How are they supposed to keep the lights on, right? How are they supposed to keep getting the background, the coding, all that kind of stuff if they don't have some kind of revenue? It really makes sense. Like, how did Honey make money before?
My investigation into Honey began. Now, some might consider what PayPal's doing here dirty or highly unethical, but personally, I can't see how it's anything short of fraud. I mean, just imagine something like this happening in a real-world scenario. Let's say you're at a department store looking to buy a new TV. A salesman spends time running you through your options. You decide to buy, he gives you his referral card, you get to the checkout, and right as you're about to pay, a sleazy salesman pops up going, "Hey, should I check if I have any coupon codes for you?" Naturally, you say sure. He snatches your referral card without you ever noticing, looks for coupons, says sorry, no luck this time, but instead of handing back the original referral card, he hands back his own. PayPal
Like, that's one way to look at it, but I view it more like this. You go to a store, and a salesman explains to you all the benefits, the pros and the cons of the item, and he goes, "Well, if you'd like to buy it, here's my card, just bring it up to the front, and they'll help you out." You decide to take a walk and see if there's any flyers and any coupons in the flyers. Well, you see a coupon that says, "Hey, 20% off," and you bring that coupon in. Well, now the business goes, "Oh, you're using one of our Honey coupons." Well, when they go to process the transaction, it gets flagged as a Honey coupon transaction, and then they're credited with the award. The problem, I guess, would be is if there is no coupon, you attempt to look for one, and then you go up and they go, "Well, you looked for a coupon, so they gotta pay."
didn't refer the customer to the store, they didn't promote any of the products, the salesman did that. PayPal provided absolutely zero value to the customer, yet they were rewarded for the sale. But because this is all happening online, buried behind clicks and cookies and tracking data, there's little to no transparency that this is ever happening. Okay, but what if...
That is the problem, right? The transparency and the understanding of what's actually happening. If there's a content creator, somebody who's knowledgeable, who's promoting it, and they're giving you information, they're directing you, they're informing you, they're spending their time and their effort to help you make a better decision, and you want to reward them by buying through their affiliate link, but also you're like, "Well, I'd like to save some money," and you don't know that Honey will take credit for the sale, then you start to wonder, well, why? You know, they're obfuscating something. That's shady business. It's not good practice.
Honey had found a working coupon code. Would that make it okay for them to claim the commission? Honestly, no, I don't think so. The fact remains that Honey didn't refer the customer to the store, nor did they promote the product. Look,
I see what he's saying. They didn't put in a lot of work, but they did put in some work. So I think there has to be a give and a take somewhere. I think the real big issue is the transparency. Them not coming forward and explaining to you exactly what's going on. And that's a big problem. Especially for the content creator who might not be even aware that, hey, I'm promoting Honey and I'm giving information. Oh, they're taking my commission as well. Oh, like, I can't do anything about it. At least if there's an understanding where Honey's like, "Hey, this is kind of what we're doing." And maybe it is. Maybe it is in their agreement buried deep and nobody's read it. I don't know.
don't get me wrong, I'm a consumer myself. Saving money matters, especially when money's tight. But this scam doesn't just affect wealthy influencers. There are hundreds of thousands of small creators, bloggers, artists who rely on affiliate commissions to support their craft. Sure, you could argue that Honey may have convinced the consumer to complete the purchase by providing a discount. But let's be real, if you're already...
That is true. There's going to be a lot of people out there who might not even get sponsored by Honey, but they do have affiliate links. So when you click on those links and your browser has Honey on it, Honey's automatically jumping in and taking that credit. And that's really shitty. I do not agree with that. I think that is unacceptable behavior.
At the checkout with your items in your cart, you already have a high intent to purchase. And again, this would never fly in a real life sales environment. No department store is going to allow a salesman to hang out at the checkout counter, casually handing out coupon codes while simultaneously stealing commissions from the other sales reps. So what?
You've obviously never worked in sales. It is a doggy business, and there definitely are people there who are trying to poach and take credit for somebody else's sales. But it's not acceptable, and usually they get drummed out or other things can happen. But it definitely does happen.
Are we allowing a corporate giant like PayPal to do it on the internet? Now, believe it or not, this first example I just showed you with Linus is just one of 3 scenarios in which Honey poaches affiliate commissions, and the next scenarios are even worse. But before I show you how bad scenario 2 is, it's important you understand the fundamental system Honey is exploiting. You see, in affiliate marketing, there's this thing called last click attribution, which basically means last click wins. For example, you might click on a shoe blogger's affiliate link for a pair of Nikes, but you don't buy right away. Later, you click on a YouTuber's link for the same shoes and complete the purchase. In this scenario, the YouTuber gets the commission and the blogger gets nothing. There are other models like first click, where the blogger would win the commission, or dynamic click, where the commission is shared. But the industry went with last.
That seems fair. A shared commission in that situation where they both get credit. But, you know, who wants to share?
Last click because while it's not always the fairest, it's the easiest to implement. Therefore, it became the industry standard. Now, when it's blogger versus YouTuber for a sale, honestly, I'd say last click is usually fair. But when it's anyone versus Honey, there's no real competition. Honey pops up right at the end of your purchasing journey, virtually guaranteed.
Well, see, there you go, right? So you go, I agree the last click is fair. Honey's just beating the system, right? They're just like, yeah, man, I agree. Last click is fair. We're at the end of the line. It seems like they were smart, understood what was going on, took advantage of a situation.
Guaranteeing they'll win that last click. They of course know this and do anything they can to get that last click, even when there's no coupon codes to offer. Which brings us to scenario 2. Honey Gold, which is now called PayPal Rewards. Here's how it works. When you get to the checkout and Honey Gold is available, Honey pops up and is essentially saying, hey you, consumer, click this button here so PayPal can claim the commission for the sale, and we'll share a portion of that commission money with you in the form of points. It's basically a lame cashback scheme. And it's genius because if there are no coupons to offer, but the store is participating in Honey Gold, it gives Honey another reason to get that last click. How can YouTubers, bloggers, or any other type of affiliate fairly compete against this type of mechanism? Of course the consumer's gonna...
You can't. People love cashback rewards. People always want points. My wife has a ton of them on the credit card, separate cards themselves, everywhere she goes, every store, points programs, birthday programs, free gift programs. It never ends, man. Everyone has one. Everyone's trying to get an edge, you know. It doesn't stop.
Click, and of course they're going to win the sale. Now this got me thinking, how much of their commission are they actually sharing with users? Well, to find out, I decided to put Honey Gold to the test. So I looked for any website where Honey Gold was offered and found it on NordVPN. And no, this is not a sneaky sponsorship. So I signed up for NordVPN's affiliate program, which offers 40% commission on successful referrals. After getting approved into the program, I received a custom affiliate link for my YouTube channel.
Nice.
Using this link, I made 2 separate purchases. For the first, I activated Honey Gold, and sure enough, you can see my affiliate cookie was replaced with Honey's. And for the second,
Wow.
I didn't activate Honey Gold. As expected, I was awarded a $35 commission for the sale where Honey Gold wasn't activated, and received nothing when Honey Gold was activated for the first time.
See, that's crazy. You're using your affiliate. So I guess that's the issue, right? It's the affiliate code link and not the code itself. So a lot of the times people get a code you put in, which would kind of negate this, because it would say, hey, for every person you sign up, we'll give you like $10 or whatever, or $30. Seems 35. So that's the issue. It's the link over a code.
I experienced Honey poaching my own affiliate commission. So how much of my stolen $35 commission did PayPal share as cash back with my Honey account, aka consumer? Brace yourselves.
Like $1?
89 points, which is equivalent to 89 cents.
Yeah, it's not even $1.
That's right. Honey poached a $35 commission for doing nothing and rewarded me a grand total of 89 cents. Thanks, PayPal. You really shouldn't have. No, seriously, you really shouldn't have. Now, on to scenario 3. For you ladies out there, let's say you're looking for a new outfit. Your favorite influencer tries on something that slays, you click on their affiliate link and get to the checkout. But in this scenario, Honey knows it has nothing to offer. No coupon codes, no Honey Gold, yet it still pops up to announce absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
Annoying as fuck. Naturally, you click the got it button to get rid of the annoying dancing coin, and whoa, what's that?
Yeah, that's the problem. Nothing there, you get rid of it, and boom, they're swapping you anyways.
PayPal takes the sale. Why? Because fuck you, Mary. That's your
I love it.
But wait, there's more. My personal favorite is when Honey has nothing to offer, so it pops up offering you to check out with PayPal, even though the option is already available at the checkout page. And of course, if you click the checkout button,
Boom.
PayPal poaches the sale. Classy.
They're
As I was
aggressive,
saying,
man.
Honey uses any excuse possible to get that last click from the user. It's absolutely
Whoever sat around the boardroom and cooked this up, God, they must have got so many pat on the backs. And then see, you know what? I bet they were like, well, we'll see what happens. And then watching the money roll in, oh, I wish I worked at those offices.
disgusting. I can't even begin to fathom how much money has been lost at the hands of this browser extension. Imagine being the influencers who promoted Honey, telling your audience, who, by the way, are the most likely to use.
And here's the thing. He's going to go into how much money people are paid. And when you look at that number, think of how much money they would have had to have made. So think back on that 89 cents for $35. Think of that. Think of that ratio. 1 to 35. We'll just round it off. 1 to 35. Think of that ratio.
Your affiliate links to download an app that poaches your affiliate sales. It's crazy. Now, to be clear, not every influencer who promoted Honey engages in affiliate marketing, so those who don't are obviously unaffected. But did any of the influencers who are engaging in affiliate marketing ever catch on to what?
But it doesn't matter because they just want market share. So if you don't know, market share is just about getting their product into your house. So think of something like Samsung. Samsung sells phones. They also do home appliances, and very well. What they will do is they will put up a washer-dryer combo at cost as a sale to get people to buy it, just to get it into their house. Because they just want market share. They want more of their products in your house than any other competitor. And yeah, you're thinking to yourself, well, how do they make money off of that? Well, here's the thing. If you have their product and it functions well, when you go to replace the product, you're looking at their product again. Also, when you talk about your brand new washer-dryer combo from Samsung to your friends, your family, your neighbors, so on and so forth, they're now like, oh man, I heard about Samsung washer-dryers. They're really good. That's what it's all about. That's the battle between all these companies. It's about market share. So Honey, they just want to be on everybody's browser. Like every website, right? Facebook wants everybody to sign up. X wants everybody there. They just want as many people, as much coverage as they can get. And that's how they make their money. So, Honey will pay big-time influencers just to talk. So kids, parents, and whatever hear about this great coupon code money-saving add-on that's very easy to use. And they'll put it on their browser. And that's really all it takes. Because then Honey's up there, bobbing away, just begging you to click on it. And that's it. They got your money.
Honey's been doing? Well, it turns out yes. At least one of them did. Linus Tech Tips, who have been promoting Honey since 2017.
Wow.
So here's how I found this out. You see,
7
one
years.
day I was browsing Linus's forum to
Hard
see if
7
anyone had
years.
raised a red flag about Honey. And sure enough, back in 2020, someone sounded the alarm, but it was ultimately ignored. However, in 2022, a different user noticed that LMG were no longer promoting Honey and asked the team if they had been dropped as a sponsor, to which one of Linus's employees responded with, "We ended the partnership with Honey due to the way their service interacted with affiliate links. Essentially, if someone clicked on an affiliate link and then they used Honey and searched for a deal, Honey will override that tracking link even if they don't find you a deal.
Wow.
It didn't jive with us, so we ended the partnership. Okay, so they had no idea this was happening, and it took them several years to catch on. That's quite telling, because we talked.
So 2017 up to 2022. So for 5 years, give or take, they didn't know, and they were shilling their own their own thieves, basically.
Talking about a tech-savvy YouTube channel that's run by a very large team. The fact that it took them several years to figure this out, in my opinion, really underscores...
You know what? I bet what happened is at first the money didn't really look any different. And then as Linus Tech Tips grew, right, it probably did get better, but they didn't realize how much better it could have been. So they didn't see the actual growth, but they did see some growth, so they didn't think anything was wrong.
The deceptive nature with which Honey operates. If Linus and his team didn't know, I can't imagine many other influencers would have known either. Now, I have to say, as a long-time viewer and supporter of Linus's channel, I'm incredibly disappointed they weren't more public with this discovery. I get this specific issue doesn't directly affect their viewers, but surely they must have realized the wider impact this could be having on the creator community, a community they're a part of. I think that matters. And it's not as though they only promoted Honey once or twice. They did approximately 160 sponsored segments, all of which remain live on YouTube. Those videos have accumulated around 194 million views.
That's
According to
crazy.
my data, that makes Linus's company, LMG, the third largest
H3 and Mr. Beast ahead of them. Oberson Vlad, Matt Stoney, Shane Dawson, Hacksmith Industry, The Game Theorist, Myra Elizabeth, Michael Reeves, David Dobrik, PewDiePie, Cody Ko. I did a thing. Wow. Anthony Padilla. Yeah, that's a lot.
promoter of Honey
Mr. Beast, though.
on YouTube. So yeah, in my opinion, they should have made more noise about this. But what's truly baffling to me is that after LMG ended their partnership with Honey, they then went ahead and partnered with a company called Karma Now, a coupon browser extension that literally engages in similar behavior. Now, I did reach out to LMG about the situation.
They're like, no, man, Karma's better. Bonk. Okay.
And I'll be honest, their response was not to my satisfaction. They didn't address the majority of my questions. However, they did at least provide some important context about their dealings with Honey. LMG stated that as soon as these issues with Honey were brought to us, we tried to work with them to remedy them. After a few calls, we were informed that they weren't willing to.
Yeah, they probably don't kick rocks and pound sand. What are you talking about? You're calling PayPal being like, hey, don't do this. What do you think they're going to tell you to do? Come on, man. It's like, good for them for trying, but...
change, so we stopped working with them across all channels.
Yeah.
So let me get this straight. One of Honey's biggest promoters goes to them and says, hey, can you please stop overriding our affiliate links? And Honey effectively goes, nah, not happening. Assuming I've got...
Yeah, of course not. Why would they? They don't care. Oh yeah, you don't want to shill it? Sure, we find 100 other channels that will. Channels take money. That's all it is. And if you don't know about the scam, and you see people like PewDiePie, Mr. Beast, H3H3, other, people who aren't, well, Mr. Beast at the time wasn't in hot water, but if you look at that, then you're going to be like, yeah, why wouldn't I pair with Honey? Everyone else is doing it.
They're correct, and if true, that just goes to show what little regard Honey has not only for content creators, but also their partners. Now, as for LMG's less than ideal response, I did press Linus's team to address the rest of my questions, but never heard back from them.
Yeah.
But it's time to shift gears,
Don't give
because
a fuck.
unfortunately, this scam runs much deeper than stolen affiliate commissions. It's time we talk about how Honey used these influencers to sell you a complete lie. How they sold you a product that was doing the opposite of what they promised. You see, as I was testing Honey across different stores, I was encountering a reoccurring issue. When I reached the checkout page, Honey would claim it couldn't find me any coupon codes. Yet when I searched manually, I found working codes with ease. And even when Honey did find me a code, I was often able to find another code of better value. Kind of strange, given their claim that...
Well, thanks to Honey, manually searching for coupon codes is now a thing of the past.
Another oddity was that Honey would often only find me Honey branded coupon codes, such as Honey 5 or Honey 10. Why would a store only have Honey branded coupon codes? Kind of weird, right? But the biggest red flag was that when I tried submitting the better coupon codes I'd found, Honey wasn't adding them to their database. So why not? Well, eventually I figured out what was going on. It turns out that one of the key benefits for stores partnering with Honey is that they are given full control over which coupon codes go live on the platform, if any at all. I discovered this while listening to a podcast produced by Honey.
That's kind of crazy. So the store itself partners with Honey to allow their software in the back door, I assume, something like that. And then it looks like Honey just stopped working on doing what they said they were going to do, letting the stores control how great of a discount people can actually get. That's straight up fraud.
Which appears to be aimed at attracting new businesses to joining their platform. In this podcast, an employee from the Australian clothing store, Princess Polly, discusses the benefits of partnering with Honey.
What would you say to any brand that is considered working with Honey but hasn't yet?
I would say missing out on.
No matter what kind of teeth you gotta brush, Oral-B Electric cleans better with one simple touch. Oral-B's dentist-inspired round brush head hugs them.
On converting customers, like I said before, Gen Z is super discount savvy. You can't ignore the fact that they will hunt for like discount codes and they might find a better deal. With Honey, you can also control the discount code percentage, which means like they will potentially find a higher discount code on the internet. It literally lets you control like the customer journey, convert, and control like the discount code percentage as well.
Which is weird. You would think the company would be aware of what's being discounted and what's out there. So it's like, oh, we're going to put out all these codes, but Honey is going to help make sure that the higher ones don't really get used a lot. It's weird. Just don't put out those codes then.
It's insane. She's basically saying Honey is great for businesses because it encourages users not to bother hunting for coupon codes. And it allows businesses to control which coupon codes are shared with consumers. Now, I was able to further verify this on Honey's website, specifically the FAQ page for partners, which clearly states, as a partner, you have control over the content hosted on the Honey platform. So yes, even if Honey knows of a...
It's amazing that people are like, oh my god, this happened. But like Honey has done nothing to hide what they're doing. They're very open about it.
Coupon code that offers say 20% off, but a partnering store tells them, hey, only share a 5% off coupon, then that's the only discount Honey will apply to your cart at the checkout page. I mean, holy shit. Honey wasn't finding you the best deals possible. They were intentionally withholding them from you for their own financial gain. This completely invalidates Honey's core value proposition to consumers. For years, they sold you the lie that they would find you every working coupon code on the internet and apply the best one to your cart. But nope, complete and utter lie. They have literally been feeding you coupon codes that were approved by the partnered stores who were paying them. And can I just say, the double messaging here is hilarious. Because on one hand, Honey has appealed to consumers by promising to find the best deals possible.
I wonder how many people obviously didn't get the best deal around. Like it must be hundreds of thousands of people that would be affected by this. It has to be.
But on the other hand, they appeal to businesses claiming that Honey helps prevent consumers from finding the best deals. It's absurd. Now, when you think about it, this all makes complete sense. I mean, why would any online business pay Honey for sharing their highest value coupon codes with its 20 million users? That's not an appealing partnership whatsoever. So, to make a partnership more attractive, Honey told businesses, hey, if you partner with us and pay us an affiliate commission, we'll let you control which discount codes are shared on our platform. And we'll tell our consumers we scoured the internet and
That's
found
crazy.
the best deal
It's
possible.
really smart. It's actually like really smart when you think about it. Just to be like, hey, we'll protect your business from these high-end coupons that are coming in, and just pay us a fraction of what the money would be. So instead of like a 20% coupon, we'll knock it down to 5, and then you give us 5, and then the 10% is just yours to keep, and you don't lose it. It's not bad.
It's just not the consumers or the influencers. With this discovery, I
Fuck
decided
'em.
to do a thorough audit of Honey's advertising campaigns. And yikes, the ads, the sponsorships, everywhere you look, it's lie after lie. I wouldn't be surprised if this ends up going down as one of the most aggressive, shameless marketing scams of the century. Just look at this insane list of
It's
videos
crazy, look
that
at
were
it.
sponsored by Honey. According to my
Thousands.
data, they sponsored almost 5,000 videos across roughly
Well, Linus had over 1,000 themselves, and Mr. Beast had more than that.
1,000 different YouTube channels, racking up an unbelievable 7.8 billion views. It's crazy. So now that we have a clearer picture of how Honey operates,
7.8 billion people saw. Like, think about that. 7.8 billion views. Obviously, some people double up and repeats, but that's just an astronomical number.
let's reflect on some of their claims.
And even if like 10% put it on their browser, it's huge. Crazy huge. 1% is huge.
Honey will find every working code on the internet and apply the best one to your cart.
If Honey can't find a discount code for you, then you can rest assured that there's not a single discount or promo code on the internet.
It's a free browser extension that automatically finds you the best promo code for anything you purchase online. You literally don't spend money.
Honey searches the known internet for every promo code ever used. This means you always get the best deals without even trying.
What Honey does is take money and they put it in your pocket. If there is any way to save money on your
No, what Honey does is they take money and they put it in their pocket.
purchase, they'll find it.
Getting you the lowest prices possible at checkout.
You are always going to get the best deal no matter where you're shopping. Amazon, eBay, Best Buy, doesn't matter. Honey's got your butt covered.
If Honey can't find a code, you have the best deal.
Another Mr.
Really
Beast.
puts into perspective just how shady this company is, doesn't it? Now, believe it or not, the Better Business Bureau launched an inquiry into Honey's advertising claims. But after Honey immediately discontinued the claims for, quote, business reasons, the BBB decided to drop the case.
So they're like, hey, this is going on. Okay, we should look into that. And then Honey goes, all right, we won't do it anymore. And the Better Business Bureau like, oh, okay, you guys are good. Like, what? Is that how it works? Means you can just scam, and then when they're like, hey, man, we've heard you've been scamming, and you just go, okay, we won't do it anymore. And they're like, okay, we'll go home.
Honestly, at this point in my investigation, I thought I'd seen the worst. I thought I understood the full picture of Honey's shady business model. But here's the thing. What I haven't told you is that there were instances where Honey would actually work really well, finding me incredible discounts that
What? How could this be true?
seemed almost too good to be true. Now, it wasn't very often, but enough to confuse me. And there were even times when they weren't poaching affiliate commissions by claiming the credit for sales. These inconsistencies bugged me. It didn't add up with everything else I had discovered. It was clear I was missing something. Well, once I finally figured out what that was, I uncovered an even darker side to PayPal scam, one that targeted an entirely new victim.
I'm very excited for the part 2. So, I kind of want to do a little wrath, a little wisdom at the end of these. So, my wrath, shame on them. Obviously. They scammed, they lied, they connived their way into making huge profits. God knows how much. It's completely unacceptable. And I don't know if there would be a repercussion. There could be a lawsuit down the line. But how do you claw that money back? How do you fight against PayPal? Everyone who would be involved in that lawsuit would be using PayPal. Just that alone gives me shivers. Could you imagine you're trying to take them to court and then you go to look at your phone to make a purchase and they're right there? That is terrifying. The wisdom of it is be mindful of what you're promoting. Be mindful of what you're using. Is it too good to be true? Is it just too easy? So often we get caught up in these feel-good moments where we think things will just work out and pan out how we want them to. And we're gullible like that. We want things to be good. We want to assume the best in people and just think that, yes, it really is just a browser who's looking for coupon codes for us. Somebody just had that great idea. PayPal bought them, and they're going to continue on that tradition. But the truth is, it's rarely like that. And that's where we need the wisdom. The wisdom to look deeper, to pay a little bit more attention, to see what's going on. Somebody obviously did catch it a little while ago and they said nothing, and that's unfortunate. So if I can say anything to you, be skeptical, but be honest and be truthful. If you present yourself like that, you can't go wrong. I look forward to the second part of this video. Obviously, I want to thank MegaLag for all the work he's done. This is an amazing video. He's done so much. I wish him the best. Thank you so much for letting me watch your video and do this little wrath and wisdom on it. I appreciate it. I look forward to your future videos. Everyone else, you have a good night.